What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to JJD TV. We are here for our UEFA Nations League draw today, where we're going to see basically how the group stage or group phase of the UEFA Nations League 2022-2023 will come out. So I'm pretty excited for it. There's going to be a few interesting stories lines for today. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you're just joining us now, let us know if you have a nation that comes to mind that you guys are cheering for, and something that you would like to see. For you guys who don't know, I believe it's free on UEFA's main page. So we got Lars tuning in today. He said he's a Dane fan, which is fair. I know Sebastian will be following Switzerland today. Myself will be keeping a special little eye on Germany. JJD TV fans here says can't stay for long. And he's looking for Ireland, which is nice. And I think I'm able to bring up. There it is. All right, cool. And I was able to bring up the stream on UEFA's main website. Should be a little interesting today. Before the draw gets going, we'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. But yes, JJD TV fan is tuning in, cheering on Ireland. We got a couple ones cheering on Ireland today, which is nice. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments about the Nations League. Do you guys think it was a good idea? Do you think it's a tournament that's not that interesting? Let me know down below. Because I thought it's a good way to get in more competitive matches instead of these friendlies, because I just can't be bothered to watch an international friendly, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. But I really liked it, to be honest. And I'm excited to see how this one can come out. And if you even look at the players, I mean, France are the first winners of... Actually, I don't know. The second winners. Portugal won the first one. France won the second one. And you could just tell by looking at it, man. Like, they were excited that they won the competition. It means a lot to them. So clearly it's a cool little idea that UEFA had going on here. And we'll keep an eye on it. Get some of the big hitters and get some of the more evened nations playing each other on a more competitive basis, which is something that I personally rate. And it's the reason I'm a fan of the Nations League. And we have one in CONCACAF as well. I'm just curious to see what you guys' thoughts are on it. If you're tuning in today, guys, be sure to drop a like on the stream, drop a sub, and put in the comments who your European country is from today's draw. We got a bunch of them coming in with Switzerland. Sebastian, I know that he's tuning in. A couple Ireland fans, Denmark as well. Beautiful to see. Noah says, I love your content, Josh. I appreciate the kind words, my man. Lars says that he loves it. Great matches. Next draw, CONCACAF Nations League 2022-2023. When is that draw, my man, Mr. Sanchez? The CONCACAF Nations League, has that one not already been decided, or no? Nation League is kind of boring, but it is the big games. It is still boring. I think the main reason they went to put in the Nations League was obviously to get rid of those friendlies. So I think they kind of succeeded in what they were trying to do in terms of making something a little bit more interesting than just simply having all these friendly matches that, let's be honest, no one really cares about. Soccer Report FC says, I think Switzerland could do some damage in Qatar and in 2026. Very tough and balanced squad. It could be. Nation League is kind of boring. Spain will win the UEFA Nations League. Ireland on top. CR7 to bag a hat trick against England. Sebastian says that they're better than friendlies, especially just before the World Cup, and I agree with that. They are better than friendlies, and that's the number one reason that I'm a fan of them. Yash is tuning in. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Same Noah, he cost us the Euros. Bosnia and Herzegovina got some love coming in. Nations League is useless. It just hires players. But remember, Luca, they put it in there to replace games that were supposed to be friendlies. So I don't know. I definitely don't know if they'd be useless, because there'd still be games going on. So it's either they're trying to make a competitive format through the Nations League, which has its semis, finals, promotion. It even gives you guys a path to the World Cup. So there's a lot to play for. There's silverware to play for if you're some of the top hitters in in Europe, but there's also something to play for if you're like Austria, who got a second shot at the World Cup due to the Nations League route. So it is a little bit interesting that way. Zeko is goated from the Bosnia and Herzegovina supporter. Going to Spider-Man in a few. Nice. What is Josh? Hope you're doing well, my friend. I am doing well, my man. Keeping a little eye on the Nations League, which is going to start, I think, relatively soon. They're going to start doing the draw. Next, I see Spain win the UEFA Nations League 2022-2023. It's fair. Spain had a good little tournament in their last one. It helps small nations. It can, but I like some of the things that they sneak in the Nations League. Like I said, if you're some of the big hitters, you're fighting for a chance to win some silverware. But if Austria gets to the World Cup, they got there because of the new Nations League format and its entrance into the World Cup. North Macedonia obviously used that route to get to the Euros. So there's a lot to play for, whether you're a big hitter in the Nations League or you're just an average-ish international team that it wants to potentially make it to a tournament. JJD TV memes here says, but for the top, it's not needed. Josh, do you think Portugal will go through the World Cup? Guys, in the comments down below, Italy, Portugal, who do you guys think will make it to Qatar 2022? Or Turkey or North Macedonia, I don't know. But for me, I would put my money on Italy. So no, my man, I'm sorry. I don't see Portugal going to the World Cup. They're just not a very well-managed team. I think Italy, despite slipping, will find a way to come good. And unfortunately, will eliminate Portugal. Let's see what you guys are saying, though. North Macedonia says JJD TV memes. France will win it. France won't win it with the mentality of their front line. They don't track back. They're still dangerous. Junior says France will win it. Portugal is the better team, but Italy are more organized. I don't even know if I'd say Portugal are the better team. Well, actually, I don't know. They do have a lot of talent. Their center backs have a bit of issues. I mean, Ruben Diaz is one of the best in the world, but they need to find a partnering center back with him. Lucas says that Italy goes through, backing Gordon Panev. Josh, I think Ronnie will save Portugal. All FIFA want Portugal to play in the World Cup. Yeah, I mean, Qatar would be livid if Ronaldo wasn't in the World Cup, but I think it'd be funny. There's already a bunch of controversy about playing the tournament in Qatar, and I think that they would just be gutted if Ronaldo wasn't at the World Cup, and I think that's funny. But to be honest, I still don't think Portugal have what it takes to make it through. We'll have to wait and see. I just think that they need to switch. They need to change. And I think missing out on a World Cup will probably get a new manager to be brought in and, really reorganize what we're looking at here. Italy can't miss another World Cup, but I really need to see Ronaldo at the World Cup. That's the debate. Because I agree. It would suck not to see Ronaldo there because it's probably his last time ever going to a World Cup. However, I don't want to see Italy miss out on back-to-back World Cups, man. I think that's just, that's harsh. So I think I want Italy, and I think Italy will move on. Josh, they have Cancelo, Dalot, who's average, Guerrero as fullbacks, their midfield, Gonzalez, Sanchez, Bernardo Silva, Bruno. Yeah, no, I know. I as soon as I said it out loud, I was like, huh. But, I mean, Italy doesn't have a pushover team at all either. And to be honest, I mean, I'm very familiar with Guerrero. Playing in back fours aren't his strengths. Dalot, I don't know why you mentioned him. He's not really a part of the national team. Cancelo is one of the best fullbacks around. And then they got so much midfield power, so much top-heavy power, but they don't have a manager who knows what he's doing. It's the reason that they're slipping. It's the reason that they're really, really struggling in terms of qualification. And I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon, man. Hate all the talk during the draw. I just want to see the draw. I feel you, Lars. I feel you. Josh, you think Germany can win it? I think that they have a lot better chance of winning it than they used to, man. Germany, under Hansi Flick, has been able to recoup some of the magic that's there. I think they're still lacking a striker up top, but they definitely have a much better chance than they did without Hansi Flick. But if you guys are just tuning in for the draft today, guys, the draw today, guys, be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat. I believe it's almost almost time to getting started. Payne is tuned in, says, hi, Josh. Long time no see, bro. How have you been? I've been good, my man. Just keeping a nice special little eye on the draw today. Curious to see what type of matchups we're going to have to look forward to. Josh, I want to see Ronaldo at the World Cup one last time, and I respect that. Josh, did you watch what George said about Haaland? I did not. You said you agree with him. They don't want Haaland at Bayern. Yeah, I don't want Haaland at Bayern either. We know he's going to leave Dortmund eventually. As long as he doesn't go to Bayern, I'm fine. But yeah, I think it'd ruin the league, to be honest. I've actually been really busy with school. I'm sorry with my inactivity. It's all good, my man. It's all good. I want Mukuku. That's my future striker for Germany and Bayern. I think he'd be tougher to get than Haaland, if I'm being honest. I put my money on France to win the World Cup. Who would you guys say is your favorite to win the World Cup, guys? Comment down below. Who do you think is favorites for Qatar 2022? I don't know who my favorite would be. I always seem to think like Belgium's has a chance, but now I don't really. I think Germany are creating something pretty special. France are always going to be favorites of there. Payne says Germany, of course. You going to the Canada versus US in Hamilton? I am not, my man. I am not. I will be on a cruise, actually. My parents surprised us with a cruise. So it's going to be interesting. I need to talk with producer T of how the heck I'm going to pull off content on the matches, but I won't be going to it. I was planning on going to it. That's if the cruise doesn't get canceled with COVID here in Canada. So we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, I'll be able to do a watch along for a couple of the Canada matches, and then I'll just probably send videos to Taylor, and he'll post our 5 takeaways and our previews and whatnot. Josh, who has the better at Dortmund, Prime Royce or Prime Lewandowski? At Dortmund, probably Prime Royce. Lewandowski, in my opinion, was way better for Bayern than he was at Dortmund. I'd take maybe Prime Lewandowski in his Bayern at Dortmund because he was unstoppable. Ronaldo's going to show everyone what he can do. I want Germany, but after Messi won number 7, I'm all for Ronaldo lifting the trophy Messi could never do. Oh, Donald Duck. Donald Duck. Ronaldo lifting the World Cup, I think, is a big ask, my man. I think they have a very strong opportunity to simply not qualify. No, mate. Henry, London, England. Let's hope they don't screw this up like they did the Champions League draw. We're going to find out. We're going to find out, guys, if they're going to screw this one up or not. Our fullbacks are just the best in the world. Who are you talking about, Yash? England's fullbacks? Because, I mean, you have Arnold. Who's your left back? And if you say Luke Shaw, Yash, I can't take you seriously today. Not today. Not today. Ronaldo lifting the World Cup, it's not. Messi is going... Argentina's got a much better opportunity to win the World Cup than Portugal does. Germany will win it. Jonas Hoffman scores in the final. Jonas Hoffman's been rocking out at left or right back for the German national team. Do not write England off. I think England will be in there. I think they'll be in there. I don't think they're going to win the World Cup, but they've been doing pretty decent at tournaments. Yash says England or Brazil. Brazil is a good little shout. A lot of people are backing Argentina. I don't personally see it, even though they just came off a big win in the Copa America, which shows that they can win in a knockout tournament like that, and took out Brazil on home soil for Brazil. So not bad. I think Shaw is a bit lazy. Yeah, Shaw's not one of the best fullbacks in the world. Not a chance. Not on my money, man. The France mentality is weak. 2 of the 3 play for Prison FC now. They're getting ready, though, for the draw, guys. The finals will be in June of 2023. The first winners of the Nations League was Portugal, second France. But France, they showed that they can still win it at the top level. I mean, the Nations League, that was a pretty interesting final. I didn't really want to see France win it, but France obviously did win it in the end. What are your picks for the dark horses in the World Cup other than Canada? My dark horse is Canada, baby. No, it's hard. It's hard. How would you guys describe a dark horse? Because, like, for example, like is Switzerland considered a dark horse? Which I think they probably would be. Like some people thought Croatia was considered a dark horse, which I didn't think really they were. Poland might be a dark horse. To win the World Cup, man. I don't know. That's tough. Like Denmark, I think would be considered a dark horse. But I don't think they're going to win the World Cup. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. Who do you guys think are dark horses? Burger Donald said Denmark. Say Denmark. I guess I'll go with Denmark because I think that's fair. Josh, would you take Van de Beek or Saul for Dortmund? I'd take Van de Beek in a heartbeat. I don't think I'd take Saul. But maybe. I don't know. I don't think we have the money to buy either, to be honest. But our very first draw is coming up, guys. If you guys are just joining us on the chat, guys, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well if you're new to the channel. And our very first draw, the Nations League, is Latvia. Group D1 in the UEFA Nations League. It is Latvia. I'd say Scotland is a dark horse. San Marino, Group D as well. But Group D2. Josh, Reese, James, Trent, Chilwell, Trippier, Walker. Chilwell's okay. Trippier's okay. I love James. Trent's unreal. Walker's unreal. No real left backs, man, that are quality. Next one is Malta. Trent is the best right back we have, and we'll play with Southgate. I agree. I love Arnold. Arnold's a great right back. Sweden can surprise us. Sweden's not a bad one. All right, so the draws are going on right now, guys. Where are the likes? No, I love it. If you're tuning in, guys, drop a like. Cyprus or Estonia, Kazakhstan or Moldova. So clearly there's some qualification games still to be played. Dark horse could be Colombia. Maybe, Sebastian, maybe. You never know. You never know. I'm not a big fan of Colombia. But there's Malta finally drawn. Can we say the U.S. is the dark horse? Well, according to, our U.S. supporters, they are. But I would never say that. I don't think the U.S. will make it out of the group stage. A dark horse is someone who don't expect to win. Denmark, who are a top 10 side. All right, so Group D. Group 1 in the D is done now. So it is Liechtenstein, it's Kazakhstan or Moldova, it's Andorra and Latvia, and D2 is Malta, Estonia, or Cyprus, and San Marino, guys. So some pretty big bangers coming out today in Group D, ladies and gentlemen. But now we're moving on to League C. Sweden can be a dark horse. I think Sweden can be a dark horse too. Turkey is down in Group C, which is a little embarrassing there. Sweden, I agree with Sweden. Sweden can be a dark horse. I'd probably go with Sweden. My dark horse is Senegal. It's a dark horse. I like that. Very underrated team. I think they'll win the AFCON Cup of Nations next month. They haven't really seemed to be a tournament team, Senegal. Or at least haven't been able to get it over the line. Josh, Reece James can play left back. He's done it for Chelsea. He's 2-footed and can cross with the left too. He very, very rarely does it for Chelsea though. I'm not saying he can't, just like Cancelo, who I think is a phenomenal left back. But maybe. I mean, you'll probably go with Luke Shaw, which is fine. I'm a big fan of Reece James. But I haven't seen him play at left wing back too much for Chelsea. I don't think he plays there too often. Romania from Gabby as a dark horse, which I think is fair. No, yeah, she will play Trippier. Ecuador, third in qualifications. That's a good one. Second youngest team in all of the conferences. U.S. is first. Yeah, Ecuador has got a pretty good campaign going on in South America right now. Pretty impressive, to be honest. But the Faroe Islands are up in Group C, which I think is funny. Good for them. Pot 1, Pot 2, Pot 3, Pot 4. We're in Group C. Group D did not have many. I think Group D only had 7 countries drawn in there. Saka played left wing back and left back for Arsenal. Did he ever play left back? I don't think he did. I could be wrong. I mean, I think you're an Arsenal supporter. You probably know better than I do. I thought he played left wing back in a 3-4-3. I never saw him play at left back, but I could be wrong. But let's be honest, Saka's way better going up the pitch than he is tracking back. I hope he doesn't get stuck at left back. But the first name that comes out is Faroe Islands in Group 1 in League C. Faroe Islands. I can see Trippier playing at left back because I know he's done that for England. He's worn the number 3 on multiple occasions. Next up is Cyprus or Estonia. So whoever wins that between Cyprus and Estonia, one of them will be in Group D. The other one will be up in Group C. Turkey's got to be the favorites in this group. Next up is Kazakhstan or Moldova. Again, one of them will be up in Group C. One will be down in Group D. Faroe Islands will win it all. The magical, magical story of Faroe Islands. They're slowly, but slowly getting better. Next one coming up is Gibraltar. Gibraltar goes into Group 4 in League C. I also hate Liverpool. Josh, who do you hate the most, Liverpool or Manchester United? Manchester United, and it's not even close. I don't hate either one, but I like Liverpool a lot more than I like United. Lithuania is the next one who goes into Group 1. Trent is clear of any right backs we have going forward. He can cross the ball, pass. His most defending his defending has improved too. We play 2 holding midfielders, so Trent is fine there. You guys play a 4-2-3-1, don't you, most of the time? Or a 3-4-2-1? Play a 3-4-2-1 at wing back. I think he'd be very good. Luke Shaw left back, Reece James right back, end the discussion. Leaving Trent on the bench. Kosovo goes into Group, I believe that was Group B. Azerbaijan goes into Group C. And Georgia, I believe, will now go into Group 4. We're in League C, Group 4. Now they're going to Pot 2, where Greece, Belarus, Luxembourg, and North Macedonia are chilling. Trent looks like a different when he plays for England compared to when he plays for Liverpool. Luxembourg goes into Group 1, with Lithuania and the Faroe Islands. Greece is the next name that's pulled. It's a surprise they're so low. Goes into Group 2 with Kosovo and Cyprus or Estonia. Trent should brush his hair. Wow. Looks like a bush. Belarus is next up, going to Group C with Azerbaijan in either Kazakhstan or Moldova. We're slowly getting to the good stuff, guys. Slowly getting to the good stuff. Greece have more Euros than England. And here's North Macedonia, who goes into Group 4 with Georgia and Gibraltar. North Macedonia still have a shot for a World Cup, so very interesting there. I'm a Manchester United fan. My second team is Dortmund. I respect it. No, I respect it. Pot 1, we got Northern Ireland, Bulgaria. But I did not see the other 2 teams. Kazakhstan almost won a futsal World Cup. I think they got 4th. Turkey in Pot A. So Group 1 is done. Turkey, Luxembourg, Lithuania, and Faroe Islands. I think Turkey's the heavy favorites there. Next up is Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, Greece, Kosovo, and Estonia/Cyprus. I'd probably say Greece would be the favorites. Slovakia. Joining Belarus, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan, or Moldova. Thanks, Josh. I also respect you because you are the best. Very kind words coming in from Noah. Hope you're doing well today. But interesting that Kazakhstan almost won a futsal World Cup. I did not know that. And Bulgaria is the last one drawn into Group 4. Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Georgia, and Gibraltar. So I'd say the 4 favorites to go probably up would be North Macedonia, Turkey, Greece, and Slovakia maybe, but that's how it ends up. In C1 is Turkey, Luxembourg, Lithuania, Faroe Islands. 2 is North Ireland, Greece, Kosovo, and Cyprus/Estonia. Group 3, Slovakia, Belarus, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan/Moldova. And Group 4 is Bulgaria, North Macedonia, Gibraltar, and Georgia. So those will be my favorites, guys, going back up. When does a group stage happen for the World Cup draw? That's a good question. I think once everyone qualifications. So I think probably sometime in April. Correct me. I don't know if anyone knows it off the top of their head. But I'm pretty sure it's sometime in April, May, something like that. Because I think World Cup qualifying comes to an end in March. What's going on? How you doing, my man? We just took a look at the draw in Group C. We're moving on to Group D now with teams like Norway, Sweden, Scotland. So the Group B of the Nations League, or League B of the Nations League, will be an interesting one. Russia's in there as well. It's where some of the big hitters start floating their way in there. But if you guys are just tuning in the chat, be sure to drop a like, say hello. Let me know where you guys are tuning in for today. Because they're showing highlights of Romania now, and I knew someone came on here with some Romania love. Serbia's in this one group as well. Republic of Ireland. Kazakhstan took Portugal to penalties in the semis. Portugal won the whole thing. It was in October 2020. Do you have any idea why Daniel Malin is bald? It's ridiculous. Donnie, I like it. I thought he looked good bald. A little bit. Maybe not. Do you have any futsal fans in the chat today? There's some good teams in Group B here, guys. So let's see the way that this one kind of comes out. See who's going to get a shot to go back up to Group A. Is Mullen bald? Mullen is bald. Mullen shaved his head right down to the bone, guys. All right, first name coming on up. I ain't a futsal fan. First name coming on out in League B is Armenia. Armenia joins up in Pool 1. Denmark used to be good in the mid-80s. Next name is Albania to come up. Armenia and Albania. Mullen made me laugh. Montenegro goes into Group 3 in League B. I said I ain't a fan of futsal. That Kazakhstan is good. No 80s as well. Check out the World Cup 86. Slovakia is the next name to come up. Oh, sorry, Slovenia is the next name to come up. Slovakia was in League C. The draw for the World Cup is April 1st in Doha. Interesting. Thank you, Sebastian, for the update. Did he get bald because of the sickness? No. Next thing coming up is Republic of Ireland, who goes into Group 1 in League B. Israel goes into Group 2 in League B. Romania, Slovakia, Slovenia, and Serbia always confuse me. I know. Not really Serbia, but Slovakia or Slovenia. If I don't read it carefully, sometimes I will mess that one up. Josh, sometimes you think you're American because I think Canada and Americans kind of have the same accent. A lot of them do. A lot of them sound the same. It depends whereabouts you guys are. There's some places in the U.S. that have like real Texas accents, a little Texas whistle to it that you can't get that one wrong. And then there's some Canadians as well that you know. But Serbia was picked, followed by Scotland as well. It's going to be weird if Canada gets a pot 3 for the World Cup and their group is potentially something like Brazil, Germany, Canada. I hope not. Josh, do you think Jamaica has a better chance now that Tapa is gone? Not really. I know JD will probably be like, Josh, shut up. Without Tapa, we have a chance. But let's be honest, I don't know. Who's going to replace them? I need to take a look at Jamaica's manager before I can put in an assessment there, because I just think that Tapa was crap, yes, but the Jamaican Federation clearly doesn't invest a lot of money in there. So where's the next manager coming from? What's his credentials? And I don't know, you could arguably do a worse job than Tapa, but more than likely they'll probably find someone who will do a slightly better job than Jamaica, but they've dug themselves such a hole that I don't know if they'll be able to get out of it. So do you have any affection towards Alphonso Davies? Oh yeah, man. Alphonso Davies is the man. I wish nothing but good things for Alphonso Davies. He is the face of the sport in our country. It was funny that I'm a Dortmund fan and he ended up going to Bayern. But no, I always watch Davies. I watch a lot of Bayern because of Davies. I just, it hurts when Bayern obviously take down the club I've supported my whole life. Some accents and Texan accents would be different, of course, in Canada. The Newfie accents are, yeah. My neighbor's a Newfie. It's got quite the language on him. Thoughts on Lewandowski rejoining Dortmund? Would never happen, and I don't know if I'd want to see him. I mean, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know, but it's not. It would never happen if he rejoined Dortmund, because he would probably want to go to La Liga, the Prem, maybe PSG. I don't know. So he'll never rejoin Dortmund. But if he did, I mean, I'd take him in a heartbeat, as long as Haaland doesn't go to Bayern. Josh, when did you start supporting Dortmund? I was 10. Jamaica, only good for sprinting. Yash taking shots. I will laugh if England gets France, Spain, and Argentina in the World Cup. All right, League B is all done, guys. In Group 1 is Ukraine, Scotland. Oh, they took it away. All right, I'm going to try to read this very quickly for you guys. So, League B, the first group is Ukraine, Scotland, Ireland, Armenia. The second group is Iceland, Russia, Israel, Albania. The third group is Bosnia-Herzegovina, Finland, Romania, Montenegro. And the fourth group is Sweden, Norway, Serbia, and Slovenia. So the fourth group is stacked. I'd probably pick Sweden to move on out of that group. That's a tough one, as we're going to get into the Group A, or League A. Lewandowski rejoins Dortmund is like Hummels and Götze. Sweden is a good side. So you got your desired matchup in the Europa League against Rangers. I wouldn't say it was my desired. I would have probably preferred to get like Dynamo Zagreb or something like that. But I had a feeling we were going to get Rangers, and I think it'll be a fun little match. My mother is from Liberia, just like Alphonso Davies. That is why I keep an eye on Canada. Would have loved him and Tim Weah to have played for us. Good luck to them. Timothy Weah and Alphonso Davies got a lot of love for each other. The JFF is a disaster. Their limited budget doesn't help talent. Respectable within the ballpark of Can, Mex, US, Panama, roughly speaking, of course. Yeah, that's why I'm just curious to see who's going to replace Tapla. I don't know if they've announced who's going to replace him yet, but I can't imagine they're going to invest a ton of money in it. Thoughts on Neuer to Dortmund? Keep throwing me with crazy rumors that will never happen. I don't think anyone from Bayern is going to join Dortmund. Neuer will never join Dortmund. Lewandowski will never rejoin Dortmund. Anyone got early World Cup predictions? I think that this World Cup is going to be a South America. Brazil, Argentina. Argentina's playing so much better, and they were able to take down Brazil in the finals of the Copa America. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it in the World Cup. I think Brazil's got a pretty good chance. I'd assume France will be up there. I think Germany's looking pretty good. I'm not sold on Spain. They're missing a key piece, in my opinion, and that's just a proper striker. Rangers match should be easy, right? I wouldn't say easy with Dortmund, man. Depends how serious Dortmund's going to take it and if they're going to show up. Ukraine coming out of Group 1 and getting promoted again. Says Josh. Maybe Switzerland isn't now that Denmark. Belgium too. Germany is beatable. I think France, England are more dangerous. Be careful with England as well. I think England will do decent. I'm picturing like a quarterfinal finish for England. But in League A, the first name that comes out is Austria. Austria, the first one coming up. My dad's a Bayern fan. He was celebrating in my face. Yeah, that's painful. Czech Republic's the next one coming out. Czech Republic joining Group 2. Alba wishes that he was German. I bet he does. He'd been very useful to have. Hungary going to Group 3. I think Lewandowski will return when Lewandowski is like 35. I can promise you guys my mortgage that Lewandowski is not going to come back to Dortmund, guys. 0% chance. I don't think he has any desire to go back to Dortmund, and he's a shit guy, so I don't want him to come back. Wales, Czech Republic, Hungary, and Austria, the 4th seeds all going in there. Czech Republic is dangerous. Victor says France, Germany, Belgium, Italy, Portugal, Brazil, Argentina all have great chances to win. It'll probably be whoever. I disagree with... in my opinion, Portugal has not a chance in hell to win. I don't think they're going to be in the World Cup, and if they are, they're not going to win it. Italy, maybe, because they showed that they can be a tournament team. Belgium, I don't think will win it. I think they'll be what Belgium do. Quarters, maybe a semifinal, 3rd place finish. I think France and Germany will be dangerous. Josh, would you say Klopp is a legend at Dortmund? Absolutely. Probably the greatest ever manager to coach at Dortmund. But Croatia joins Austria in Group 1. Switzerland joins Czech Republic in Group 2. Portugal always does nothing in these things. Yeah, I don't think they're going to make it. And what's the point if Portugal does? They'll probably go out in the group stage, to be honest. England gets drawn into Group 3 with Hungary. Royce is not going to Wolfsburg. Poland joins Group 4. Poland and Wales round out Group 4. England, Hungary into Group 3. So we got Germany, Denmark, Netherlands, and Portugal in the second pot. And it is Denmark. Had to put you in a timeout. Portugal, Switzerland, and Czech Republic is Group 2. Oh, shoot. I forgot about the World Cup curse. Will France make it out of the group stage? We'll have to find out. I think France probably should have a good chance of making it out of the group stage. It would be humiliating if they aren't able to, but Germany and England get each other with Hungary in Group 3. So that's an interesting one there. Netherlands. Where are you watching the draw? It's live on UEFA.com, guys. Anyone wants to actually watch it? Germany going to get revenge on England. Yeah, this new rejuvenated Germany, I think, is going to have a good chance. And the final groups, guys, to get these Nation League draw all done and dusted. France goes into Group 1. France, Denmark, Croatia, and Austria. France being the heavy favorites to move on to the semifinals. Spain goes into Group 2. Spain, Portugal, Switzerland, Czech Republic. I'd say Spain are probably the favorites to go to the semis. France is so stacked, it's not even funny. If they can't make it to the group, there's a lot of things depends on the draw. I even just despite what the draw, the worst case scenario, France should still be able to make it out. What a group, man. For Group C, Italy, Germany, England, and Hungary. I don't know who's going to make it out of that group. Guys, who's the favorites for you? Italy, Germany, England. Which one goes to the semifinals? That is a stacked group. And Belgium gets the easier draw into Group 4. Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Wales. I'd probably say Belgium's the favorite. This Germany is something else. I think even better than the 2014 World Cup one. I still think they're missing a striker, guys. My favorite is Hungary. But here they are, guys. One last time. I'll give you my thoughts on them. In the first group, France, Denmark, Croatia, Austria. I'm going France. Second group, Spain, Portugal, Switzerland, Czech Republic. I'm going Spain. Fourth group is Belgium, Netherlands, Poland, and Wales. I'm going Belgium. And then the third group, I left it for last because it's Italy, Germany, England, Hungary. And I'll probably go Germany. Because I think Germany will look for some revenge after losing to England. I think Germany looked 10 times better than they did now that Hansi Flick has gone there and properly been able to utilize this team going into the 4-2-3-1, utilizing his players from Bayern, slipping in an informed Royce. They just look like a totally different team. So I'll back Germany to get out of that group. But that is it. That is the UEFA Nations League draw, guys. Fun stuff there. Fun stuff. Angie's tuning in and says Germany is going to get through. And I think, Angie, you're probably going to be right. Come on, let's be honest. Let's be honest. It will be interesting with Musiala now. It will be. Germany didn't do well in the Euros. Yeah, but they have a new manager, and they look like a totally different team. But guys, we're going to wrap up the stream for today. We appreciate everyone tuning in for it. If you're just dropping in, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well. And yeah, that is it. That is the Nations League group stage all done and dusted. I'm picking Germany to win the whole thing. You know, why not? Why not? I think Angie might be doing that as well, especially with Adeyemi jumping in there. So I appreciate it, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. Drop a like on your way out, and cheers, friends.